And I'm back. Video number 2. Went from doing no videos to multiple videos. Check me out. I'm just trying to get stuff done to like things that I had wanted to talk about out the way. So let me do it today. So I wanted to talk about why I quit my side jobs, y'all. So when Corona hit, I took advantage, y'all. I took advantage and I got 3 extra jobs. One was at a shelter, one was with Shipt, so delivering groceries, doing grocery shopping and then delivering the groceries. And then the other one was Uber Eats, but that didn't last long because they would literally take me from Texas to California. Like once you deliver something, they find the area you're at, and then that's when they give you orders. So then you're going just farther and farther, and next thing you know, you're like 3 cities away, and I ain't got time. So I stopped doing that. But so essentially I had 1, 2, 3, 4 jobs. I had 4 jobs. But how it started was at the beginning of the year, I decided, well, kind of like the ending of last year, I decided to like get more control over my finances. I mean, they weren't bad. I just owed a lot of money from student loans, from car payments, credit cards, and my credit score wasn't the best. It wasn't worse, but it needed some improvement. And so I wanted to get that under control. And so in January, I kind of made this plan about how I was going to, start paying off debt faster and, setting goals for myself that I wanted to be debt free in less than 10 years. Because, with the student loans, they put you on like a 10-year repayment plan, but then you end up paying like 10,000 more than you initially borrowed and stuff. So I did not want to be in that boat at all. So I decided that I was going to improve my credit score. I was going to pay off my credit cards and then not use them. I was going to have a good savings. I was just going to have extra money coming in. So I'm a teacher. I can't just pick up extra hours. So I decided to find some side hustles, right? And I did. Like the next month, I got hired working at the shelter, and it was wonderful. Like God answered my prayer because they let me come in as PRN, and then I was able to just work weekends or overnights, which fits with my schedule because I can't be like, hey, tell my school like, hey, I gotta be at my other job. Can I leave early? Blah blah blah. I can't do that. And so it just worked out. And then a few weeks after I started, Corona like closed everything. The school was closed. And so I was able to pick up more shifts at the shelter because I didn't have to be in the actual school building, which worked out for me. And then someone told me about Shipt. And, not everybody, but a lot of people were scared to go out. And so a lot of people were just getting their groceries delivered. They didn't even want to go in the store, or they had like some kind of health concern or whatever. Like people were really thanking me for delivering their groceries. Like I had saved their life. They're like, God say you're so amazing. I appreciate you, blah, blah, blah. I said, I appreciate this tip you gave me. That's what I appreciate. So I was making a lot of money with that. And with that, I could be like flexible about when I was working and can pick up like out of the blue. It was like an everyday thing. And so I was picking up a lot, and then I was like, man, like I need more. And so I started doing Uber Eats too. And that one did not last. Like I told y'all, they were just taking me too far to get like $4. And I'm just like, what? Like, no, I had to stop doing that one. And so I was working and I was bringing in like an extra 1,000, let's see, like a little over maybe 1,000, 1,500 extra a month. Let's see, because when I was working at shelter, yeah, about 1,000, somewhere around there, a little more a month working with these other jobs on top of my regular salary. So what I was doing was all the extra money I got, I was dividing it in between my credit card. And I had already paid, like I owed, not me, I love my mom, but I had stuff on my account because she ain't paid for it, and it was under my name. And so like I had a repo under my name. I had a medical bill from like 2012, and so all this stuff got like settled, and then I paid the difference, whatever. And so they were, you know, taken off of like I didn't owe anymore, and so it improved my credit score. And because I didn't want to wait like 7 years or whatever they say, I wanted to improve my credit score now because it made my score look bad. And so I had paid off those, and then so my next task was to pay off my credit card. And I was watching a lot of Dave Ramsey, his interviews, not really like him talking about what to do, just when he would answer other people's problems. And so I tried to do the snowball effect, but I don't think it lasted. I don't think it lasted. But I paid off my credit card. I think when I got my income tax, I used that to pay a good chunk of it. And then when we got the stimulus, I paid off something else. I think I put all of that towards my student loans. So I paid off my credit cards. All of my credit cards were paid off. I have a couple from like stores, and then one like bank credit card. And so I was only using my debit card. So I paid off that. I was trying to budget, but that didn't last. I was trying to figure out what I can cancel from my like subscription. So I canceled what I could. I tried to reduce other things, but it's harder than you think. And so I paid off my credit card. And so the only two things that I had to pay were my for loans was my student loans and my car loan. So I went from owing like 90 something thousand to owing like 80 something thousand. I think I had, in like a few months, I had paid off like a lot. Like I don't remember what the number was, but I paid off a good amount of my loans. And the thing with my student loan is I was still in the what's it called, forbearance, deferment, whatever, like you have the 6 months. Like I was still in that period, so I didn't even have to start paying. But I was trying to get, but you know, the interest was adding up. Like I had $5,000 already from interest already adding up, and I just graduated. So it was what was accumulating while I was in school. So I was like, oh no, I'm gonna start paying this off. So I started putting money towards my credit card. And then with the whole COVID, they moved back they said nobody had to pay, like and your interest would not be adding up. But then they just like what's it called, capitalized and took the interest with the main payment. And so I'm just like, okay, well, thanks for that. And even though I wasn't had to pay yet, they still did that, which was fine. So I was paying off my car note already, but I was adding, I think I was paying an extra like 500 more than what I was having, what my payment was, my monthly payment was. And then my credit card, my student loan, I was paying that too. So I would just divide whatever I got from this working at the shelter and working for Shift, and just put it all towards that. Like literally, I didn't save any of it. I just divided it equally and then put it towards there. And that's how I got my numbers down. And when my numbers are going down, my credit score improved. So I was happy, you know, I had extra money like in my account, apart from my savings. You know, I never went under $2,000 in my checking, and everything was getting paid and on time. And I wasn't spending crazy. Like I was just no shopping, no unnecessary stuff, no going to unnecessary places. I was really serious about getting my finances in order. Like I wanted to be debt free. I wanted my car note to be paid off in 2 years. I wanted to be my student loans to be paid off in maybe 5 years. I don't know how I was gonna do that, but I was gonna find a way to do it. And so then around July, end of June, yes. The numbers in the two cities that I would do deliveries in were both high. Like I live in San Antonio, and the numbers were high over here. And then my family lives in the Houston area, and the numbers were high over there. So I would go home and I would also do deliveries there. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just have to like quit the ship. Like, yes, I was being safe and cleaning my hands and wearing my mask and staying away from people, but I just something, I don't know, I just didn't want to take the risk anymore. Like, so I just stopped, and I was like, man, I could just pick up more at the shelter. You know, we're still in summer, so it's not like I have nothing else to do. But then I was off for like a week or two. But before that, there was just so much going on at the shelter that I didn't like, from administration. And then when I got back, I was just sitting at work one day, and I looked at my coworker and I was like, why am I still here? Like, why am I coming to a place that I don't want to be? Like, it was just so much crap, and I was not like, I when it was time for me to go in, I'm just like, I did not want to go up there. And so there was this battle, like, dang, like, just quit. You have the ability to quit. Your bills will still get paid if you quit. But it's like, I already quit doing the shit. So now all this extra money that I'm getting, I won't be getting. But then God, and I feel like that push was from God too. Like, he was making me uncomfortable there. He was making me not happy there because he didn't want me to be there. He was like, you know, the first 6 months, I gave you what you wanted. You wanted to work hard, overwork yourself. You wanted to be your own provider. You asked for another job. I gave it to you. Now, the next 6 months, it's going to be about me. It's going to be about me being your provider, because you're not your own provider. At the end of the day, I gave you all these jobs. So they could literally, I thought I saw a spider. Okay. So at the end of the day, I was like, man, like, that's so true. God is my provider. I could literally have $10 in my checking account and God will make sure I eat. Like, God will make sure all my bills are paid. Like, he is the one providing for me, you know? And so I really, and I feel like I've always had this mindset that, like, I have to make more money. I have to earn, like, I have to provide for myself. And God is just like, no, you don't. Like, you can rest and be assured that I'm going to take care of you. And, you know, I was paying my tithes faithfully. So it's just like, God can do more with my money than I can do with my money. You know? And so I'm thinking that I need to work hard to pay all this stuff off, and I don't. Like, God has really brought me out. I remember being in college, and this happened more than once in my dorm room, and then at a different school I went to, just bawling in tears because I did not know how my tuition was going to get paid. Like, I did not have money for this. I did not have money for that. And look at me now, y'all. I am so independent. I pay all my bills. I'm living a pretty decent life, you know, and it's God. It's all God. So I was like, I feel like God was just saying, like, give me the burden of providing for you. Like, let me show you that I have you. Let me show you that you don't have to overwork yourself. In this season, I want you to rest. I really want you to rest and trust me that I got you. And so I was like, okay, God, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit. And sure enough, when I quit, I knew that, you know what? I know you, God. I know you're just not going to be like, quit, and then I'm going to just be smooth sailing and, you know, become rich. I know there's going to be testing and trials. And sure enough, testing and trials, y'all. Testing and trials. When my insurance changed, they take out more now because I had to change my insurance, y'all. I had to change my insurance, my plan. And so more money was being taken out. So that was less money that I was bringing home. And then literally my medical, my health, it didn't start deteriorating, but I decided, okay, let me, and I feel like God did that because I went to the doctor for one thing and then found out that there was something else wrong with me. Well, from last year, the problem had gotten worse. And so, but I feel like he knew that, well, the reason I went in for my weight, let me just be honest, y'all. I went in for my weight and then we did blood work and then found out something else was wrong. And I feel like God, like, not that he made me get fat, but you know, that was his way of getting me into the doctor's office. But anyway, so I've literally just been spending a lot of my money have just been going to doctor's appointments and going to specialists and lab works and testing. And so I just don't have like all this extra money coming in. So I'm just like, dang, like, I don't want to retreat and go back into that mindset like, see, now I have to work. Now I got to find another job, because I would get tempted to, get on Indeed. I had to delete my Indeed app, y'all. I had to delete it. Because I would get tempted, but I'm just like, no, like, you need to trust God. You need to trust God. Like, he will take care of you. Even if you go down to like $100, even if you get $1,000 bill, like, God got you. God got you. And I have money in my savings too, but it's just been very, it's been a struggle. It's been a very prayerful struggle, but I definitely feel like God will reward me for being, for having faith in him, and trusting him, that there will be a blessing for me. Who knows if it's in the form of a raise? Hello, TEA, you heard that. Hopefully it's in the form of a raise or something, but I'm not gonna get another job. I'm just gonna continue to trust God's plan, and maybe his plan includes me getting a side hustle or starting a business or something to bring in that extra income. But for now, I am trusting him. When they send me the bill, I pay it, go about my day. I pay all my bills. I make sure I eat and all this other thing. So I'm really trusting him. I still pray about my finances, because listen, I have, and what's so crazy? Something else I thought about is that, like, I was working all these jobs and bringing in all this extra money, but I was never satisfied. Like, I always felt like I needed to bring in more. Like, there was no financial security. I never hit that level where I felt financially secure. I always felt like I need to get more. My savings needs to grow. I need to have this in my checking account. Like, if it goes under, oh no, I have to go work so I can replace what I just spent. Like, that was just my mindset. And God had to take me out and be like, see, you're not going to be satisfied if you're doing it on your own. The only way you will be satisfied is if you trust in me. And honestly, I've been feeling kind of satisfied because I've been able to rest and not overwork myself. But I really felt like I was trying to be my own provider and I was not reaching this goal. It wasn't like an actual number that I was trying to reach, but it was just like a feeling. Like, I wanted to feel like, oh yeah, like, I'm good. If something were to happen to me right now, I would be good. And I never got there, y'all. I never got there. Honestly, there would be times where, like, I would be like, oh man, I didn't get any deliveries done today. Like, I have to go do deliveries. And it's like, I worked a full job. I have to go to the shelter to work an overnight. Like, I worked my 8-hour teacher job, and then I have to work an overnight tonight at the shelter. And I was like, but I have like 3 hours in between and I have to go do deliveries. Like, oh, I would overbook deliveries and get like 2 that were in the same time frame and try to get them done on time. And I was really overworking myself. For what though? For what? Because I never got there. And so I think God was literally like trying to show me that it's not about how much money I have in the bank. It's about trusting and believing and knowing that he is in control, and that if I'm faithful to him, he'll be faithful to me. And that he is my provider. He has shown that over and over again, and this time is not any different. And so that's just where I am financially. Listen, I'm still looking for a husband, a rich husband to come my way. Just kidding, but not kidding. But yeah, I feel like I need to start planning, like writing down my goals and writing plans with them, but also making sure they align with God's goals, like praying over them, that God will show me what his plans are for me. Because I don't think that just being a teacher and living on this teacher salary is his plan for me. I hope it's not, because it's not what I'm trying to do for the rest of my life. But I definitely feel like I need to dream big and have like big dreams and trust that God will bless them and make them come to pass if they're in his will. Like, I just feel like there's something that he wants me to focus on and do that will give him glory, but also something that I will enjoy. And so I just need to reach into all my creativity and figure out what that is. But yeah, that is why I quit my jobs. Okay, have a good day.